live. So let me just open up Twitch.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your channel.
Yeah, it always seems to take a while, and people always tell me they don't get my notifications. Um,
Okay, there you are. I see you. What?
okay.
I'm not subscribed. Blas-
No.
Blasphemy.
How's that possible? You've been dropping all kind of craziness.
I know. How am I not subscribed? That's crazy. I'm in there. There we go.
Okay. Test the command. Thank you for the resub. Hold on. I have to let me do my wait, do we even know the command? Oh, you have to type in there.
I do. I do. Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. Hold on.
Some mods are really sophisticated where they'll at somebody if they don't type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one of those mods.
There goes Dr. C.
No notification again.
Yo, what up, Dr. C? Hold on. Let me do this.
Welcome in, Chance.
Hey, Just Chance, how you doing? All right, I got you on the phone. Wow, 15 people in here already. Jeez.
I'm just like, wait, hold on.
Hey, F Bass, how you doing? Yo, Ty, bless up, man. How you doing, brother? Everything good? Oh, I can see everything here too. Yay!
Yeah. Okay, so
All
I
right.
should stop. I'm supposed to stop modding soon because someone's gonna come at me about this.
Yeah, someone's gonna come. Yo, DJ Ty, bless up, bro. Hope you good, fam. I'm gonna hit you up after the stream, bro.
Happy blessed birthday, Mrs. Ron C.
Hi,
Everybody
Mrs.
who's in the
Ron
chat,
C.
can you wish Mrs. Ron C a happy 100th birthday? I'm kidding. Happy 50th, beautiful soul. Okay, I'm going to stop modding because someone is
Yes,
really going to come for me soon.
yes.
So,
Hi, Rianne. How you doing? Dr. C, blessings. Apple Blossom, F Bass, the mod queens of the channel. Olax, Boxing MF.
oh wow, hold on. Okay, so I'm scrolling up. Okay, so DJ Mark Guardian, thank you for the resub. Dr. C, welcome in. Just Chance, hello. F Boz and Apple Blossom, my mods, hello, hello, hello. Thank you, beautiful souls. Rianne, my mod sis, hello. DJ Ty, hello, welcome in. Ron C, Mrs. Ron C, happy blessed birthday to you again. Olax, hello, neighbor. Is this finished? No, we're just starting. We're just getting all warmed up, taking off shoes and all that stuff.
Whoa. I'm not taking off my shoes.
Oh, well,
I am not
I don't
taking
have
off
no
my
shoes
shoes.
on, so there's that. Um, oh, Six Boss with the resub. Thank you so much. GT Baba D, welcome in, hun.
Hey, Apple
Miss
Blossom,
Vegas, hello, beautiful. Colin Chapel, welcome back.
DJ
Okay,
Miss
so for
Vegas,
those
my
of you
DJ.
who are already here, um, oh, Philly D, hello, welcome in.
Yo, Philly D, bless up, bro. Six Boss, how you doing? I'm trying to catch up with everyone here.
Oh,
I'm trying
I'm
to make
seeing
sure I say
somebody
hi to
type
everyone.
Uchu. Are we
Yeah.
there already? Oh, we're there already. Hello, listen, hello, everybody. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to In Conversation with DJ Mike Guardian and myself, Miss Tap the Soul. For bits and subs today, please, mods, if you can drop the chat, the command for the donation for autism. I would really love it if everybody donated to the link that the mods are going to be dropping. I appreciate the bits. I appreciate the subs. You guys know that I'm not about that. I really would love to know that we contribute to the cause, and that is autism awareness.
So you won't yell at me, right?
Sorry, say what now?
Are you
So
gonna
now
yell
you're
at
going to make me look down at my phone.
Are you gonna yell
You
at
know
me?
what? Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip before I start yelling at you.
Okay, well, don't yell at me, okay? I'm just asking. Don't yell at me. At least wait till we make it to halfway through the show before you yell at me, okay?
Mikey, I told you I don't want to cry in the stream today. Come
Well,
on,
well, don't
man.
don't cry. Just don't yell at me. That's all I
Oh,
ask. Okay. All
thank
right.
you. Oh, I'm ready to cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. And we got to make it halfway. So at least
I'm
another.
keeping the glasses on just in case. Like,
We got to make it at least 20 minutes, 20 more minutes in, and then you can yell at me. Okay.
okay. Those in the chat, am I clear? Because to Mike, I'm clear, but Mike is always going to be nice to me anyway. So, anybody else, can you hear me clearly? Am I clean, clear,
Okay.
smooth? Mo the Queen, hello. There's no speakers for you to climb on, but please find something else to climb on and
Hey
enjoy.
Mo. Hey Roxanne.
Roxanne, welcome in.
Listen, thank you guys for showing up, man. I appreciate
Miss
y'all.
Vegas, yes, I am recording. At some point, these are going to get loaded somewhere, but Twitch will only keep it for like 2 weeks. So there'll be a long-term posting for all of these to come. Stay tuned. Okay, once again, Mrs. Ron C is celebrating her 50th birthday. If everybody can at her and wish her a very blessed, happy birthday. Okay, and I'm turning down my volume on Twitch on my phone because I'm just hearing myself times 2 and I'm just like scary like that. That doesn't sound good.
Thank you, Olax. I appreciate you. Hey Myra. Hey Candy
Hi,
Girl.
Myra. Welcome in, hon. Miss Windex, Candy Girl 73. Welcome in, beautiful. Wait, who said they're doing their hair? Myra, can you come do mine when you're done, please? Thank you.
Love you too, Mrs. Ron C. Hope you
Yes,
have
we
a. I
love
hope.
you, Miss Ronci. I know that you're supposed to be going out to dinner or something. You weren't even supposed to be here, so we appreciate you being here. Thank you for your support.
I think she's gonna go party somewhere.
She's going to get drunk and leaned up
Yeah.
somewhere in Toronto, and I'm going to
Yeah.
see her on CP24 News here in a couple of hours. I look forward to it.
We're gonna
Have a
see.
fun, so welcome in, beautiful soul.
We're gonna see her on Beijing Tube. If you don't know what
Beige.
that is, if you don't know what that is, look that up on IG. Selected
Definitely.
now. Bless up, bro.
Jam fam, hello, beautiful. Selected General, hello, welcome in, hun. So everybody who's here, more people are going to show up eventually. I'm not allowed to mod. I'm not allowed to be a Walmart greeter. So for right now, because this hype train apparently is going and it's going to finish soon. Hello, wifey. Welcome in. I'm not going to be saying hello to everybody that comes in. I'm going to rely on the beautiful mods that are supporting me today, FBOS and Apple Blossom, to do that job for me because they'll do it better than I will. I really want to be engaged in the conversation with DJ Mike Guardian, Mr. VI 1980.
Oh my God.
I call him Mikey just because. No, you can't call him Mikey unless I give you permission. And I look forward to the conversation as we talk about music, life, and the autism raid. Anybody else? Let me see if there's any other quick hellos I need to say. Yes, the original VI 1980.
Oh man.
Watikila, welcome in. Bless,
Yo,
bless.
Wati Blessable. Jam Chacha Susie, my
Yes.
1,000th follower. Thank you. I'm
Yes.
always happy when I see her.
Wifey, exactly. Yes.
Big up, Dr. C, man. I'm always happy when I see her. She was my 1,000th follower on Twitch.
Yeah.
She is amazing.
She's the gem.
And I hope
Gem.
she got the gifts I sent her. I hope she got the gifts I sent her.
I hope Doc didn't try to keep them for himself.
He said something about
my sis.
Dr. C said something about a $20 ransom or something like that before he released
$20 ransom. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
She'll deal with him. I have faith that she will deal with him. We may see him looking lumpy in the stream tomorrow, but that's okay. We'll worry about that tomorrow. Okay, so as everybody's getting settled in, grabbing your drink and doing whatever it is that you're doing, once again, I want to thank everybody who's showing up here today to support us. It's a really important cause. This one is near and dear to me because DJ Mike Guardian, Mighty Mike, VI 1980, otherwise known as Mikey, is, he's special. He's special to all of us here. I know that for sure. I have not heard one bad thing about him. He's a troublemaker. There's that. But outside of that, you are a joy and a blessing into every room and every conversation that you are in.
Well,
Um,
I'm always getting yelled at. I go from room to room. I go with Spotlight. I get yelled at by Grinds, and then I
yeah,
get yelled at by DJ Smiles. I get yelled at by you. I get yelled at by,
yeah,
um, the mods.
but that's the
I don't
love,
know.
right? Like that's the love of it all.
Breezy, how you doing?
Hey, Breezy, someone
Everfonzo.
else is following. Harry Johnson, welcome in, hun.
So I'm always getting yelled at, and then Blair yells at me all the time. So you know,
But you're so used to it now. Oh, the one person who's trying to say that they don't yell, but they yell at everybody else is Miss Six Boss.
yeah. Well, she doesn't yell
No
at me, so
comment. DH Lady, hello, love. Welcome in. Hopefully you're home from work and everything as well. Okay, so
hi, Joy
I'm
Rain.
gonna dive in.
All right, are you ready?
Am I ready? No, of course I'm not ready. Do
Yeah,
you
you
not
have your
remember the afternoon that we have had right now? About now?
you have your Kleenex with you.
I have a little napkin,
All right,
just a
good.
little napkin, just
All
in
right, good.
case.
Good. We're gonna shed some tears today. No, we're not. We're not. This is not Dr. Phil or Oprah. We're just gonna talk about friends and family. We're gonna laugh and
No Maury Povich,
no, this
no,
is not
no
Maury
Jerry
Povich. No,
Springer.
no. Hey, DH
Okay,
lady.
so we're gonna dive right in. So I have a
Yes.
quick 5 tap questions for you. I'll keep it easy. I'll keep it light, but I
Okay.
think that people are gonna want to know. So I'm gonna do it easy, easy.
Okay.
Your favorite genre of music is?
Reggae. And
Oh,
I wouldn't. I mean, they would. I wouldn't even. I didn't even waste time on that.
no, you didn't. Wow,
No.
if there was a prize to be gotten, you would have won a prize. But there's no prize, just our time with you. That is it.
Hey, Tasha P.
Um, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go with first. Let's go with the journey of becoming a DJ.
Ooh. Okay. So how long do I have to answer? A minute.
As long as you want, we are here for the night.
Okay. So in 2010, I started DJing off a Deer. It was a Deer. My friend DJ Freeze deared me. I was going through a rough time in life, and he was like, "Yo, music helps." And then he dared me. So I was in the military at the time. I went on a deployment, and I saved up enough money to buy some equipment and buy a new laptop, and I started practicing. And then next thing you know, he started telling me I need to record mixes. So he would say I have a deadline to send him 2 mixes every Friday. And about midway through 2010, I started sending him mixes. And then towards the end of 2010, he started playing my mixes during his show on Union Squad Radio. Um, and then a few months later, I got my own radio show, which I never said a word. It would just be straight music. And um, we didn't have direct access to the listeners like we do on Twitch and
Yeah.
YouTube and all that stuff. So, we would just people would just send us messages. Back then, Twitter was the hot thing, so people would tweet us and say, you know, good things or bad things, or whether they liked the song, whether they didn't. And long story short, I stopped in. I did that for about 5 years. I stopped in 2015, where I made my last mix, and then after I made my last mix, which is still on Mixcloud, by the way, cough, shameless plug. Um,
I
um,
actually don't think I have that link, but if you go to DJ Mike Guardian socials, I'm pretty sure the link can be found there.
so it was around January of 2015. Um, I had just got back from the Virgin Islands, um, and I was looking for a reggae station on YouTube to listen to, and I started listening to DJ Geo. And long story short, is I started following DJ Geo on YouTube, and I never been to a live show. And then, but by that time, I had already packed up my stuff. I was moving across country to Chicago, by the way, and I lived in Chicago, and that's where I got married. And then in 2020, right before the pandemic, I started getting a itch to go back into music.
Yeah.
But I said, no, I'm not going back. And then somehow, some way, a USB mic showed up at my door, and it was right before the pandemic. And then I was like, oh well, I can't send it back. I don't know who sent it, and I just left it in the closet. And then I ran into DJ Blair in the Mixcloud streets in 2020, September of 2020, and we became friends on Instagram. And then he sent me a message saying, "Hey, I need another mix. I'm about to hit the road." And I was like, "Okay." And it was just out the blue, so I made a mix and I sent it to him. And then he sent me another message. He was like, "All right." A week later, he was on his way back. He was like, "All right, I'm about to hit the road and go home. Send me another mix." So I uploaded it to Mixcloud, sent him the link. He listened to it, and then we became friends. Then we started doing the midday mix on Fridays, the extended midday mix, where I would go first, DJ Player would go second. That was during the wonderful time where I was able to stream from home, and then DJ Blair introduced me to DJ Ty and DJ Geo, and then they started up Tropical Vibe Radio. Then I started playing on there, and then I was on Mixcloud heavily. And then I was a big fan of everyone on Twitch, a lot of the DJs on Twitch. And then I was like, you know what? Let me start out Twitch. And then I started out Twitch. And then next thing you know, I'm here on Twitch and my channel has grown.
So you just kind of answered two questions in one, because the next question for you was your journey to Twitch, and you kind of just got us there.
Yeah. So my journey to Twitch, I was actually on Twitch since 2015 or 2016, somewhere around there. My original handle was VI1980.
Yep.
But I was gaming. I wasn't gaming for money. I was gaming with friends. Being in the military, we had friends all across the country, and so
Hmm.
NCAA football was the big game at the time, and we used to play against each other. So we would stream it directly from the console, and then next thing you know, my handle was still there, and then everyone kind of fell off. I got married, then I had a kid, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna I didn't have time to game as much. So after that, I started following. I wasn't on Twitch like that watching the DJs. I was still on Mixcloud with DJ Blair, and then I found Chris Dubs on Mixcloud, and then I was like, okay, Chris Dubs, let me follow this guy, and then I started following Chris Dubs.
So you had
Go ahead.
never heard of Chris Dubs before?
No, I found Chris Dubs on Mixcloud. I've never heard of
Oh,
Chris Dubs before.
okay.
So I found him on Mixcloud. One day I was driving to work and I was trying to listen to some music, and Chris Dubs was on Mixcloud, and then I started following him, and then he was like, "Make sure you come to Twitch, switch to Twitch." That was his thing back then, switch to Twitch. So then I started following Chris Dubs on Twitch, and then one day Jinx called in and they had a banter back and forth, and then they had a good banter back and forth, Chris Dubs and Jinx, and then I started following Jinx, and then what got me hooked on Twitch was Jinx's Saturday selections. That
Mm.
was my that was my favorite show on Twitch, was Jinx's Saturday selections, because I got reintroduced to a lot of reggae music through Selected Jinx, and so I started following him, and then I kind of sent him a message on Twitch, and I was like, hey, um, he knew me and I knew him. He knew because how I make my entrance into the room, and and
Yep.
everything. And
We do
then
make an entrance.
right, and then I sent him a whisper, and I was like, hey, I made this mix, and I just need some advice on what you think of it. And honestly, I didn't think that Jinx would listen to it. I didn't think that he would listen to it or even respond to the message.
Hmm.
About a week later, he responded and he was like, "Yo, this is nice." He was like, "Are you going to stream on Twitch?" And I was like, "No." And then Bashy KD, I started stream. I did a test stream one night, and Bashy KD and Mrs. Ron C came in out of nowhere, and it was like late at night. It was like 11 p.m. And I was like, oh, nobody's on Twitch now, so I did a test stream, and then they came in, and then next thing you know, they started yelling at me through IG. Most Mrs. Ronci and Bashy Katie started yelling at me through IG and was like, "You need to do more Twitch." So that's how I ended up on Twitch.
And you kept it secret. Like
Yes.
you're in the rooms, and somebody, I can't remember which room I was in, and somebody mentioned that you stream, and I was sitting there thinking when, because I don't even think I was following you, didn't know what was going on, and then there was different name changes along the way.
Yeah. So it was Star Q. Star Q.
Ah,
Star Q was like, "Yo, you stream?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then Star Q was like, "Why you say nothing?" I was like, "Well, it's the worst kept secret. I just don't advertise myself." Listen, one thing about me is when I come in someone's room, I respect their room, right? I respect their room. I don't self promote. If you want to give me a shout out, you want to big me up, I appreciate it. Um, but I don't self promote in other people's room. So that's just a respect thing.
it is
Um,
a respect thing because I think we see it a lot, right? People just come in and they start dropping the "I'm following you, I'm following you, I'm following you, I'm following you," just so people will follow them back, or they'll be like, "Oh, I'm turning on in 2 hours." I'm thinking, okay, like why
yeah,
was that necessary? Just build your base and just kind of go from there, right?
yeah. So again, I didn't I it's a respect thing for me. When I go into rooms, I big up the DJ, I big up the mods
Yeah,
if they're there. I try to create a relationship with the mods because the mods keep the channel going. Um, so it's just a respect thing, you know. I just try to do that just respectfully.
they do. And once again, I'm going to take that moment to shamelessly plug my mods. Team Shellings, I don't know if you're king modding today, but I'm going to give you that shout out, and a huge shout out to FBaz and Appa Blossom. I kind of reached out and they more than willingly are jumping in to help me. There's other folks I know that could help me, and I appreciate everybody who's socializing amongst the chat. I cannot say hello to everybody. The Walmart greeter is really just here to talk with Mike. So anyone I have not personally said hello to, hello. Okay, I'm done being a mod. Let's go back to this conversation.
So
So,
it's funny because um I so at that time I met Chris Dubs um uh, through Twitch. I've never met him in person. Him and I have never had a conversation, you know, privately type thing. I just met him following him through Twitch. And then the jinx, back and forth happened a few days in a row. I'm sorry. Um the jinx back and forth happened a few days in a row, and Saturday selection comes around. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. I haven't heard a lot of these songs in a long time.
mhm.
And Jinx was like, okay, let me Jinx was like, okay, he's gonna raid out to Team Shellings. And my first time in Team Shellings chat, I was like, this dude is a madman.
Hmm.
I was like, Team Shellings is an absolute madman. And
I'm just not going to say nothing right about now.
but I enjoyed the banter between him and people in his chat.
Mm,
So I said, okay,
yeah.
I am going to follow him, and I followed, and I silent listened for a little bit, and like this dude is crazy, and so um and this was the days when he would do these long streams.
Oh,
This was
I
the
miss
days
those
when
long streams.
this was when he used to do these long streams, and he would be like, mods, if you have to go ahead and go, but I'm gonna keep going. And and so I I really enjoyed those days.
You got
Those days
locked
were
in.
great.
Oh,
The,
see
oh, there he is,
the
King
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 Mod
Mod.
has resurfaced. Just to hear, I'm pretty sure he heard the crazy part. Get it back, Giggy. Drive safe, hun. Yeah, Olox was a part of that. I don't remember hearing those kind of things now in my mod duties. Rianne, we don't get those perks anymore to just leave if we want to leave, right? Like I don't know.
No,
Um,
so I mean, so again, I used to silent listen a lot. right? Um, my son at that time was 2. We were going through a lot behind the scenes, and so Twitch was my way of so first of all, streaming on Mixcloud with DJ Blair was my therapy to get out of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes.
Mm,
I was listening to Twitch while putting my son to bed, doing stuff with him around the house. Yo, bless up DJ Blair. I'll get to the shout out, the bless ups in a second. Just bear with me, folks. Um, I so yeah, so that Twitch was my Mixcloud was my
therapy.
way of self therapy.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think we all view it that way too, though, right? Like, I think many of us has a story or few on how Twitch has gotten us through, and it's been a therapy session. Sometimes it could be because of a good moment and you want to celebrate with your communities, or it's even just a bad moment and you need somewhere to escape, and the community is here, right? As Roxanne Rocks is saying, it music is life. Yeah,
yeah.
live it and breathe it,
Yeah.
right? Um, so you've been on Twitch for how long now, then, in total?
Without the DJing, probably about 8 years.
Wow. Wow. Here I was
Probably about eight
showing off
years.
last stream that I was the oldest of the three of us, and like now I'm like you're vintage couture being on here for 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, so like again, I didn't game for money. It was just a way of
Fr-
friends
friends
who are
and
spread out,
socializing.
friends who are spread out all over the world. It was never in my mind to think about streaming for money or anything. Even now, I don't stream for money. I stream. Look, music saved me. Music saved me. I'm just gonna say music saved my life, right? So now I do it as a return to the community to say, now if people drop bits and subs, yes, I appreciate it, but I tell
Hmm.
people all the time during my stream, you do not have to.
Yeah.
You do not have to, right? Because I view it as music saved me, and I want to do it to save someone else.
Yeah, I think
I,
that's an important message that people hear, right? I know there's a lot of times that you hear folks say, I'm not here for the bits and the subs. And, of course, they're still getting the bits and the subs. But there's a lot of genuine DJs and streamers out there that are really just doing what they do for the love of it. And I think people feel that and they appreciate that, right? So I think that's definitely something that should be, I think that's something we should be shouting from the rooftops, actually. Because there's also some, and I don't knock the ones that are doing it, there's some that are really using this as a revenue stream. And if that's their choice and that's their hustle, you have to respect it.
yeah,
I just know I can speak for myself and I can speak for yourself and many others that I actually are part of my bubble in my community. You're really doing it for the enjoyment of whatever it is that you are presenting and showing and sharing within the community on Twitch.
again, I do it for me. My Sunday afternoon streams is just therapy for me. Um, I do take the money and I turn it around and I invest it back into the Twitch community by giving out bits and subs to the other streamers and DJs. So I don't keep it for myself. I reinvest it into the community.
Back into, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have a question for you. If you weren't a DJ, what would you be doing? We're going to come back to the Twitch stuff in a second, but just curious, if you weren't a DJ, if you didn't land the path that you landed and fell into the DJing, what would you do?
Uh, I don't know.
Oh,
Um, I don't know. Geez, you
have
stumped me
I
there.
stumped you with a question?
Yeah,
This is
so here's the thing. I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know. I don't know, right? So music has always been a part of my life, right? Music has always been a part of my life. So I don't know what I would be doing. Good question.
interesting.
Good question though.
Hey, I try, I try. Hello to the folks coming in. Hello, 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 hello. Um, so you've been on Twitch forever. You've gone through 17,000 different names.
Really?
You are now, oh, of course, I got a camera and a mic. How do you think this is really gonna go? Come on. You've been DJing now for a period of time. You've made a lot of beautiful friends and family and a community amongst yourself and cross pollinate with others.
Yes.
Um, and I want to go there. I want to dive into the raid for tomorrow. I think it's really important that this audience hears the story behind it. So you have a raid coming tomorrow, and it is the Autism Awareness Raid.
Yes.
Um, I don't want to lead the questions from here forward. I really want you to share with me, and I'll still poke some questions along the way. Um, Tell us about the raid. That's where I'll start, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So last year April, Bashy Katie did an autism awareness stream, and she invited some guests on there. That's where I formally met DJ Miss Vegas. I knew of DJ Miss Vegas. We met previously a few months prior. She would come to my streams. I would come to hers every once in a while. Um,
Okay.
and so it was a good cause, right? A few months prior to that, my son was diagnosed with autism.
Hmm.
Um, and so when that happened, I was not in a good place, both spiritually and mentally. I was not in a good place. I started blaming myself. I thought it was something that I was doing in a previous life. I don't know. I just thought that um, maybe I wasn't as good of a person as I thought I was, and caused him to. I started blaming myself. So long story short, I ended up coming back to the music for healing. Right. Um, Again, it was during the time Chop Grab Radio had just picked up Storm. Um, and this is when DJ Blair was doing those long streams on Mixcloud. If you think Stretch did those long streams, you need to see when DJ Blair has a few of those reefers rolled up. DJ Blair used to stream for 8, 12 hours, um, and without stopping. So it was during that time DJ Blair used to, and some of the people in the chat would know this, the Guardian family. Um, During that time, DJ Blair was like, okay, hey Mike, he would hit me up on the phone. He'd be like, hey yo, I'm gonna be doing a long stream today, and he said, I'm doing a long stream today. Can you do a midday mix? And this is when I was working from home 5 days a week, and so I would say, okay, sure. So DJ Blair would start out the stream in the morning, and then around 9 a.m. I would start working on the midday mix, about a 90-minute mix. I would do it. Then I would drop box it to him. He would take it and put it in the mix and play it on air. And it became a everyday thing, right? 5 days a week, we would do it. There's a backstory behind it, and I always knew that there was something, but I didn't know why this was happening. It was great that I listened to my intuition. It was great that I listened to my spirit, because I was like, okay, anything you need me to do, bro, I got you. And that's what I told Blair. So then I started making the mix, the lunchtime mix, the drive at 5 mix. So we had a midday mix, and we had a drive at 5. So Blair would stream during those hours random music, whether it's R&B, hip hop, reggae, dance hall, and then I would do a midday mix from about noon to 1, and then the drive at 5 for at least 60 minutes. So I was making 2 mixes a day for a 5-day period over a few months, and then I would send it in to him. Um, Shout out to Blair for pulling me in, because during that time it kind of got me back with my feet back under me, right? Because like I said, the year prior, a few months prior, I had just like, okay, I'm gonna get back in. I'm gonna start DJing. So Blair kind of got me into that whole thing. And that got me into a mindset of, okay, I can separate these times to where, and now I'm circling back to your question, I can separate these times to where um, I can block out my emotional and my mental state for a few hours and just focus on the music.
On the music, yeah, yeah.
And so that gave me the strength to be there for my son when he needed me, through the therapy, the eating, Um, it was just going back and it started very early. That the struggle with my son and his health problems started very early.
Are you
Um,
comfortable talking about that? Like, are you
yeah,
okay with going
yeah,
there? Yeah.
yes, I'm
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm okay.
Anywhere
Um,
I go, you don't want me to go. Just kick me in my ankle and tell me the next question. Okay.
no, 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 no. So after the diagnosis of autism, um, like I said, I was really hard, and um, it took me a minute to um, get back to myself. A lot of
Mm,
people didn't know I was struggling. I never told Blair. I never told the people in the chat room I was struggling. Um, and I just went through, pushed through. So Bashy Katie on her stream, fast forward to last year, April, was the first time I was open publicly about my son's autism and struggle.
mm.
And then September of last year, see how I circled back around?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
long
That was
story.
smooth. That was
So
smooth.
um, September of last year, I did a stream of my own on Sunday and I raised quite a bit of money and I gave back to the therapy center that my son was going at. And this year, in February of this year, I was doing a question and answer during one of my streams, and I said, "Hey, look out for autism stream. I'll pick the last Sunday of the month." And then DJ Scorpion came in and was like, "Why are you doing that by yourself? Why don't you get DJs to help you?
Hmm.
And if you are open to DJs helping you," DJ Scorpion said, "I'm in." So DJ Scorpion dropped the idea in my head. And so once I picked that up, I started um, I started reaching out to people, um, but I still was on the fence of reaching out to someone. Right, I was still on the fence of reaching out to someone. And one Saturday, DJ Smiles called me, and DJ Smiles said, "Hey, what are you doing March 16th? I want you to DJ on my birthday stream." And then I said, "Oh well, since you brought that up, I need you on an autism raid. Let me know your availability." And Smile said, "Anytime you need me during the day, I'm there." And that kind of got the ball rolling of, okay, I have two DJs now. Let me reach out to some. And so I reached
Yeah.
out to Jinx. I reached out to Dr. C. I reached out to Wati Killer. I reached out to Chris. Um, I reached out to DJ Ron C. Um, of course, Scorpion was on there. And I reached out to DJ Miss Vegas.
I'm gonna test my skills right now, Mike. Let's see. Can we do this? Hey, this just worked. This is awesome. So I don't know if you want to call out any of the DJs. I think some of them are in the room. DJ Smiles, I believe I saw you. Bandit, I saw you. Diamond Stone Love, I saw you. But yeah, do you want to call out the names that we have coming up on the raid tomorrow while we're talking about this, and then we could go back to the conversation?
Yes. So I want to big up Chris and his mods and see Killer B Dia, Selected Jinx, Dr. C. I want to big up DJ Blair and his mods, Miss Something, Nina, and Mo the Queen. DJ Smiles and his mods, Nikki and P, F Bass, and of course family Tasha P. I want to big up Dr. C and his mods, um, Apple Blossom, um, and I can't remember who all Dr. C's mods are. Big up Wati Killer and his mods, Breezy Bay, Maryland 40, and oh, Rian. Yes, Rian. Rian is a mod for Dr. C.
I'm just
Big
like,
up
how do
Rian.
you remember them all?
Um,
Keep going. Keep
Miss
going.
Kilburn, Breezy Bay, and Maryland 40 for Wati Killer. I want to big up my mods, um, Roxanne, Just Steph, Mrs. Ron C, DJ Miss Vegas, Bashy Katie, Mishy Bell, and my head of security, DJ Blair. Big up Selected Jinx and his mods, Tap the Soul, Rianne, Rachie, um, Chris,
Beach Lady,
Ansi, DH Lady,
Tawana
um,
G.
Tawana G. Yes, my girl, Tawana G. Big up DJ Starq and his mods. DH Lady, Michie Bell, uh, Just Jen, long name, um, Pizzle, um, big up DJ Ty and his mods, Miss Tish, Tish, DJ Ron C and his mods, Michie Bell, Mrs. Ron C, Chico Singh, DJ Scorpion and his mods, Love Specialist, Karen Sanchez, Spicy Saucy Sweet, um, and I think there's one more, Michie Bell, yes, and DJ Miss Vegas and her mods, um, Tasha P, Real Justin, DJ Tila, and I think I'm missing one more. And if you're asking me, do I have this right down? No, I don't have this right down.
You see, I had to pin your comment, Rachie, because I'm sitting there thinking he's making me look bad. I literally go in and I'm hoping that the main names are gonna pop out at me and I don't miss anybody. But you just went like you passed the test. You passed the test.
So I did that. I did that for a reason. Plenty of times the mods don't get the recognition that they deserve.
True.
And I have a personal relationship with every one of these DJs on this list. There are a few DJs that. So I will say this: I had to cut down the list. Some DJs couldn't be on there, and I couldn't fit some DJs on there. And I feel really, really, really bad for that. But don't worry, the ones that I missed on this time will be
on the next one.
On the next one in September. In September, I will be having another autism raid in September.
That's good. Well, we're hearing it here. Everybody be on the lookout for the next raid that's coming up. We know we have one tomorrow. Mods, can you keep dropping? Thank you, FBOS. Keep dropping the link. I stated before, please, anybody, bits, subs, any of that, really, if you can put your contributions to the link that the mods are dropping, anyone can drop that command, !AA, and click on that link and make a donation there. It would be greatly appreciated. So I believe all the DJs are doing that tomorrow as well. Yeah.
So all of these DJs, I do have a personal relationship with. There's more on Twitch that I have a personal relationship with, and I hope they're not mad at me that they were left off this raid.
They won't be mad at you.
But I honestly couldn't. If I had every single DJ that I wanted on this raid, this would literally be a 24-hour raid.
And all the mods would hate you, but yeah, that's okay. They'd really be shouting you at that point, because I think a lot of the mods are going to try to stay throughout the entire stream. Yeah. That's usually how most of us mods do anyways, right? Where we can, understanding that we have life and work and stuff like that.
Right. So, and no one wants to be up late, right? Especially not during. So that's something I didn't want to do. I did not want people to be over. You can be overstimulated with music, right? Yeah. Hey, Empress Angel, how you doing? I couldn't have everyone on this raid. So from the bottom of my heart, I apologize to the DJs that were left off. But Spotlight Sound, please keep September open.
I have to do a shameless plug. I'm sorry. Bandit, Grinds. I know I saw Bright Eyes in here earlier. To the rest of the mods, don't come at me, please. But I want to say a big, huge congratulations, because they now own a purple check mark beside their name.
Yes.
And that's a huge accomplishment. I think that's something that we should be celebrating. I believe they'll be turning on momentarily if they're not already on. And I just want to make sure that anyone who's here that didn't already hear, they are now partner of Twitch. Yes. And all of us have contributed to that journey in some way, shape, or form. Hi, Bright Eyes, you are here. To all the mods I didn't name, Marilyn 40 and Lyndon GT and a few others. Latrell Jackson. To the rest of them, again, congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Spotlight bless up Grinds. Bless up Bandit, King Styles, the whole Spotlight team.
Yeah.
Bright Eyes, Marilyn 40, Latrell Jackson, Lyndon GT.
Spotlight, we're coming there next. I don't know what time we're getting there, but we're coming there at some point, just so you know. Okay, so I want to get back into the conversation around your son. Do you
I
need
have
to
to
go?
I have to get my son real quick. I'm gonna bring him down here.
Oh,
So
that's
just
good
just
timing.
so just
Good, good, good,
so just
good.
bear with me. One
Okay,
second.
so while you're doing that, I'm going to do my mod duties. So in the chat, while we have Mike stepping away to grab his son, once again, congratulations to Spotlight Sound. Big, big, big congratulations. To all of the DJs that are here, DJ Blair, Dr. C, Unique Illusions. Who else did I see in here? Diamond Stone Love. Diamond also has another channel called Diamond Mood Swing. I play that religiously in the background and lurk when I'm in meetings. Check that out as well. Who else? Who else am I missing? F Boz is a streamer. Please check her out as well. Apple Blossom, if you can shout out F Boz, because she probably won't want to shout out herself. Team Shellings. King Mod is in the house. DJ Smiles, I believe I said his name already. If I didn't, please also make sure that you're following him. Who else am I missing? I missed some other hellos along the way. D Wills, hello, beautiful soul. Tasha P, I believe I saw you in here. Hello. Myra's back, so her hair is complete. I want pictures, and I want you to come do mine after. DH Lady, please tell me you're eating food. I want some as well. Actually, while we're waiting for Mike to come back, I think some of you are already on my Instagram page. However, let me just do, I might as well plug my own stuff while I'm here, right? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Next week, Wednesday, round 2 of the Born from Music raid. And I'm going to do it a little bigger. Hopefully you guys can see it clearly. So starting off, we'll be the one and only DJ Mike Guardian. Then we'll have Selecta 720, DJ Blaster, Doc C, Ibe, Team Shellings, DJ Scorpion, Spotlight Sound, DJ Smiles, and Chela Soul will be closing it out. Is Simply Patty here? How is she here? Is she supposed to be working? Hi, Simply Patty. Welcome in. So April 19th at 10:30, if everybody can please once again join in. What's the meaning behind your name? Which name? Are we talking the Born from Music name? Somebody said that. Let me pin that. DJ Blair Guardian, are you referring to Born from Music? If you are, you missed last week's stream where we talked about it. Mike, you're back. My birthday. Oh, Tap the Soul. Oh. The story about that. Yeah, I'll do that. So my original name in social media was Soulfinity. It's been Soulfinity for over a decade. And apparently some radio station in Australia had the nerve to also have that name. So I started having people following me on Twitter, Kane from Young and the Restless. I was so excited thinking he knows I watched the show and I have a crush on him. No, he was only following me on Twitter because he thought I was affiliated to the radio station. So I decided to find another name, and Tap the Soul was supposed to be a brand of many things, not what it is today. And then along the way, is Rachie laughing at me right now? Yeah, I'm being honest. I was convinced that Kane was so hyped that I was a fan, and he was following me on Twitter. I was starting to make a whole thing about it. So Tap the Soul really is what I believe life should be about. I think every interaction that we have with people, we should be tapping people's soul. I want to know that everybody that I interact with taps my soul. Will it always be positive? Probably not, but I always want it to be memorable. And I think I'm working on it. I am working on it. We talked about that. So I'm working on the copyright and the trademark because I don't want somebody to steal this name. Nobody come for me and try to steal my name because I'll come for all of you. But yeah, that's the story behind it. I really believe that how we interact with people, we should be touching souls. It should be meaningful. It should be memorable. And it's not always positive, but it is what it is, and it's a learning lesson. So really, everyone's running the joke and talking about me tapping souls. Oh, look at that! Speaking of beautiful souls, let me stop sharing.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. So yeah, there you go. There's the definition behind Tap the Soul. Hello, young man. How are you?
Good.
Say I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Do you want to tell us your name?
What's your name?
John Shaw.
Say it louder.
Say the first name.
John Shaw.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Okay.
Hi, Johnny.
You.
Say hi, Tap.
Hi, Tap.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Did you have a good day today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are saying hi to you in this chat.
Look, we have so many people saying hi.
Hi.
You want to get back to your iPad? Okay.
Hi.
Say bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Diamond Stone Love, Team Shellings, I'm coming for all of you later. I will find all of you and have some words for you later. He is absolutely cute.
That's my
Um,
guy.
yeah, I have to go there, and I have Kleenex close by. Anybody else grab Kleenex or be a bad man and a bad gal that you don't need and you're not going to have tears. That's fine. That's good. Mike, I want to talk about your son. You mentioned earlier about the diagnosis and how it was hard for you and you were blaming yourself.
Yeah.
Um, I really want to I want to tap into that because I think that's something, especially within our community, we seem to hold shame and blame. And we don't necessarily go to the resources to help us through stuff. So are you comfortable? And if you are, can you share the journey of how you came to the diagnosis and recognition about your son having autism?
Um. So. Um. How we dealt with it? How we dealt with it? We started doing a lot of research, right? And we noticed that one of the things that was very early in the healing process was um, the diagnosis actually is a protection for him, right? So don't look at it as and when someone reached out to me on yo bless up DJ Ron C. Someone reached out to me on the Twitch message, and I don't want to say whisper, but the messages on Twitch, um, and asked me about their nephew. And one of the things I look at is this: um, the diagnosis is actually a protection for your child, right? Because it does a few things. One, it protects your child legally from any retaliation from whether it's a teacher, administrator, or whoever in the school that your son or daughter attends.
Mm,
Two, it opens the door for the insurance companies to offset some costs so that not everything is on you, right? Without the diagnosis and the recommended therapy, your child is left unprotected. The earlier the diagnosis, the better. I'll tell you a story because at this point last year, my son was saying 20 words. That's it. That's all he was saying is 20 words.
wow.
And we had to pull him out of school because of the school system not honoring their contract with us, right? In providing a safe space for our child,
Hmm.
making sure he gets the best of whatever treatment he's supposed to get. Also ensuring that so one of the things that we had with with children that are diagnosed with autism, strict schedule is something that they need, right? So bedtime by a certain time, meals by a certain time. I have 30 minutes before he turns into a gremlin, right? So I just wanted to say that. Um, so um, what triggered the change why we had to pull him out was they changed the bus driver on him, and they also changed the bus. So it was a shorter bus. Now it's a bigger bus with three kids in there, right? And the bus driver changed. The bus driver was not as friendly. Um, the bus driver was more of a um, come on, let's get on the bus, let's go, let me buckle you in type thing.
Mm,
It wasn't a hey, how are you doing, type thing. And that was very difficult for him to adjust. Um, so we had ended up having to pull him out and put him in a autism therapy center.
okay.
Luckily for us, the insurance company was covering it. Again, without the diagnosis and without the recommended therapy from the physician working with our pediatrician, insurance company would not have paid for that school for him. It would have been out of our pockets. So we ended up having to change the situation. And luckily for us, we formed a friendship with the person who was his case manager very early on. Johnny really loved her. He loves her. Whenever he sees her, he's just all smiles and all thing. So we ended up, so he was getting 40, he qualified for 40 hours a week of therapy.
Wow. Sorry,
So
I don't want to interrupt. How old is he? I think Six
oh,
Boss was asking that question earlier.
oh,
So how old is he now?
he's 5.
He's 5? Okay.
Yeah. So he was getting 35 plus hours a week. The maximum you can go is 40. And then we were getting an additional 6 hours outside of the therapy center doing something else, doing more therapy. Um, so that's where all of my time went, especially during the week. Well, not my time, but our time, because my
Yeah.
wife was. Listen, I'm going to say this, and I don't care who gets offended. Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the moms out there. You guys are our superheroes. You ladies don't get enough credit for all that you do. Um, my wife was a superhero during this entire thing. She led the charge with holding people accountable. She led the charge with holding people accountable. So shout out to the ladies and the moms out there, specifically the moms that are dealing with children who need special love.
Wow. Hello to everybody that's coming into the room. We have a question from Roxanne. Roxanne, can you give suggestions on how the family can support the mom, dad that has an autistic child? That's a perfect question. I don't know if you
So
have any recommendations or guidance for us.
I am not a. I'm gonna preface that by saying I am not a clinical expert. I am not a expert in any of this. I am just a parent who is married and has shared responsibilities with my wife. We have a superstar sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, who has helped out in so many ways. Um, she has come over and um, she made a great relationship with him. Um, she came over. She lives like literally right down the street from us. So anything happens, she comes over. She's also a medical physician too. So
That
we
helps.
run all of the little nicks and knacks that he runs into through her. Um, she has been a superstar. She comes over and she helps out when she can because of her hectic work schedule. But sh my advice to anyone out there that has a family member with autism, um, try to be there for them. Try to lend support. It could be something as simple as, hey, you know what? I'm going to watch so and so for a couple hours on Saturday. You know, I'm going to take him to the park. I'm going to take him to McDonald's. I'm
Hmm.
going to take him or her to, I don't know, their favorite thing, right? Whether it's ice cream or whatever. Um, One of the things we found an autism gym or bounce house here. So only kids that are allowed with autism can go in there.
Safe space,
It's a
right?
safe space
Yeah.
because going to the regular playground, one thing we learned last year, kids are mean.
Oh
Kids
yeah.
will know kids will know that you are different and they
Yeah.
will be mean to you. And as a parent, it was very hard for me to watch that because there were plenty of times I wanted to punt a kid across the parking lot. But of course, I couldn't do that because you know, so I would take my son out of the situation. And it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't understand why someone doesn't want to play with them.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand why another child doesn't want to play with him. So,
Yeah. I want
um,
to add to that and say to those who are offering support to do that, where they want to take somebody's child out who is autistic and the parents are saying no, understand that not all kids are able to do so. So I know I have a friend who has a son that's autistic, and I have basketball tickets, and I know that we're all ball fans, and I offered him the tickets. And to Rianne's point, noises don't go well.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to go to the game and enjoy because of the scenario and the arena, and other people would take offense to it. I automatically understood, but he's had some scenarios where people will be like, they want to help out, and it's just like, you cannot. It's not that you don't trust the person, but you just want to make sure that they understand the responsibility to have an autistic child out with them. And that's not something that you could just do with other kids. You have to have things handled a certain way. Oh, if he wants to be a part of the conversation, pull him in. If you need a minute, Mike, no worries. Let us know, eh?
No. He was asking for these, so we did Easter egg hunts
Oh,
in the house this weekend. Last year we did it outside. This year we did it inside because it was cold. So we we had to hide the basket because he would eat all of these up. Um, so
well,
so
we would
that's
all do that. Like, I'm already looking around and wondering where's my Easter egg hunt, because I can do with a little chocolate right about now. Yeah, sorry. So we were talking about the support, and I think
yeah
we mentioned it before. Anybody who has questions, please feel free to do #ask with the question. Between the mods, Mike and myself, we will try to catch it. I will try to pin it on the screen, and we'll try to address it.
yeah. So I hope we haven't missed too much in the
No, I think the mods got us. They got
Okay.
us. They
Okay. I
got
hope
us.
we
If we
haven't missed
missed
too much
anything,
questions.
please feel free to repost.
So
I know that you have a time. I want to do a time check. We're at 6:30. Are you still okay for time?
I'm good. Yeah,
Okay.
because we're gonna go to McDonald's. He wants French fries and hamburgers. So
Can I have a Big Mac
sure, I
and
got you.
some fries? I'll
I
do a
got you.
bottle of water and not a Coke, because I think the sugar might be too much. But yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. Yeah. Medium fries, extra
Shout
salty.
out shout out to your mods, Apple Blossom, F
Apple
Bass,
Blossom, F-Boz, King Mod, Team Shellings. I
Team
do
Shellings.
believe I see the other King Mod up in here, DJ Smiles. Simply Patty, who would normally be here, is working, and I'm
Yes,
invading her space once again, which is a good thing, because I probably wouldn't be able to do the stream right now. So I appreciate her hard work while I'm here.
yes.
Yes,
Big up your
Rachie, I want a
mods.
little chocolate. A little dark chocolate would be good. A little white chocolate can do as well. Six Boss, you have a question. What's the most challenging thing you and your wife face as a team, especially being judged by others in public? Maybe. I feel a lot of parents get embarrassed. That's a really good question. Are you, yeah, Mike?
So in the public, how can I say this? I am not all smiles when it comes to my kid, especially in public. So if someone even looks at us wrong, um,
You're
I
ready.
step I step in between my family and them.
Mm,
Um, I do not. I don't. You see people when they're in the store. One good thing about our son is he's never thrown, at least from my knowledge or my remembrance, he's never really thrown a tantrum in public, right? His tantrums have always come Hi. From people,
Just kind of comes in, makes an appearance, and he's gone again.
yeah, from people not respecting his no.
Mm,
Hold on, 1 second.
sure. Can't hear you.
1 second.
No worries, no worries. While we are doing a quick intermission, let me remind anybody here, please be sure to hydrate, grab a little chocolate, a little snack, whatever you need to do. To the mods, thank you again for your support. And everybody that's here, I appreciate you. I'm all about time and energy, and I really appreciate the fact that you are taking your time and your energy and spending it here to participate in this conversation. It means the world to us, definitely.
Sorry about that.
No apologies here. Sorry. I will shout at you if you apologize.
I'm used. I'm used to it. So
Yeah, I know.
um, so when So yeah, so we've never so we the only issues we've had is people not respecting his no. From an early age, we from an early age we have taught him to say no, and we respect it, right? Um
Hmm.
because I don't know why instinctually I did it, but from a very early age, it was always okay at 7 p.m. bath time at um bath time, and then by 7:30 he's in bed, right? I always kept a strict schedule with him. First thing he does in the morning, he goes, use the bathroom, and then we get him ready for breakfast, and then it was always a strict schedule um for him, and I think that schedule saved us a lot of heartache, especially dealing with his autism. It saved a lot of heartache. So instinctually, I think we did a great job of keeping the schedule going. Eating lunch by 11:30 noon. Um, so he's watching his iPad. So sorry about the noise. Um,
What did I say about sorry? Like,
so yeah, so instinctually, for some reason, um, we just did a thing, and um, so I was saying earlier. Sorry, let's stay on topic here. So go ahead. Go ahead.
you're like, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. This is your platform. The floor is yours. I am just turning it on for you to speak and support you. Where do you want to go next? Do you still want to do you what you I'm trying to see if there's any questions, trying to catch them along the way. I'm actually also reading the conversation, and I love the fact that everybody's in here supporting each other and talking about their stories.
Yeah,
Those who are familiar closely or from a distance, and just speaking to what they know. I think and I really wanted to know that that was happening as well. So even if they're
yeah,
not catching everything here, they're still having that conversation amongst themselves.
yeah. So
We have a
so
question from Rachie.
wait,
Um,
before we get to that, Olax, you're right. We wanted him to have a routine. Um, fort- Unfortunately, we don't have any other kids. This is our only child. So, but we wanted him to have a routine to make his life easier, so that he knows um, when things are coming. Right? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to address that real quick. Let's get to
No,
Rachie.
no, I'm glad you see. All eyes are on the chat, trying to keep up with everything that's going on. Anything we missed, please let us know. Like, we apologize. I'm apologizing for all of us. It's not intentional. Just let us know, and we'll make sure that we catch your comment or your question. Rachie, as we know, kids can be very challenging. So I can only imagine with an autistic child. Do you and your wife have a system where you can both reset and start again if needed? That's a good question. Good question.
Um. So for me is I've 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 given the option. Not I don't. That sounded terrible. That sounded very terrible. Um, we work together as a team to try to give each other space. Right here. Make sure you bite it. Oh, wait, what is this? Gimme. I'm sorry.
He's always so polite.
Okay, here you go. Well, so my son has a peanut allergy, and I wanted to make sure that didn't have almonds or any cashews in there. So
Mm.
um, I just wanted to make sure of that. Anyway, um, we have a system in place. My wife works and works and works and works and works and works. I try to give her as much time as she needs to do whatever she needs to do. My schedule streams are only on Sundays. Um, I try to when I do sneak a stream in every now and again is when he's at school and not needing anything, and my wife is away doing whatever. So um, I just I try to give her as much time as I can. When I'm home, John is with me. Um, Johnny's with me, whether we're downstairs or outside or doing whatever, even downstairs in the basement. I will bring him downstairs in my area in the basement, and we would um, do things down here and just leave the house quiet for mom.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I try to, I try to, um, and she does the same for me. She tries to give me my 2 hours a week to stream on Sundays, and then, sometimes I fill in on rum. So when I do rum, I try to time it to where he's not home yet, or um, I try to time it when he's not home yet, or even when he's home, he's downstairs with me and I'm doing it. So sometimes I would mute my mic while I'm playing music, and he would be right here with me, or he would be over there on the couch. Well, you can't see it, but he'll be over there on the couch watching his iPad or watching the TV on YouTube or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you're seeing all the comments here. Everyone's talking about dreamwork makes this the teamwork makes the dream work. Everyone's loving the fact the parenthood and the dedication. Here you are having a conversation with us, and you're still attentive enough to play the role of dad. I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful watching you in action right now, not just behind a screen or creating trouble dropping what you drop in a chat. It's the human aspect of who we are as people, I think, is the important side of what we need to do more of, right? Just so
Yeah.
people really understand that. I think somebody posted it earlier, and I think it was Six Boss. You really don't, and I said it last stream, you really have no idea what goes on in our lives behind the screen that we're typing on, or when we're doing a stream or DJing or whatever. There's a whole life that's happening behind the scenes, and you really don't understand the magnitude of it. So you being comfortable to speak with us here, I appreciate that. Six Boss, question. What's the most rewarding part of the process?
The most rewarding part is seeing his growth, seeing him, seeing him become a better version of me as he
Mm,
gets older. Um, he's very compassionate. If he sees someone crying, he would try to calm them down a bit, right? Even other kids, even an adult. Um, he's very compassionate. So, like I said earlier, last year he only had 20 words. He only had 20 words in his vocabulary. When he started the school or the therapy center, and he was doing 35 plus hours a week, whether it's speech OT, ABA therapy, um, all this other therapy services that they provided. By the end of summer, he had an explosion in words. It was almost like he went from 20 to 50.
wow.
And then between September and December, or maybe even early January, it was like another explosion of words. And then a few weeks ago, it was it was Sunday morning. He had just finished breakfast, and he wanted to do something, and we said no, we're going to do that a little bit later. And he stood in the middle of the kitchen and he said, "I'm so frustrated."
New words.
And I stopped and I looked, and my wife looked at me, and then I looked at her. Then we looked at him, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And he said, "I'm so frustrated." Urgh. And then we were like, "Wow, he's getting bigger words." So it was um it was great. You know, there's a thing that we tell him, and if you fail, try again, try and try again, and
Hmm.
I was doing something in the house, and I said shit real loud. And he walked up to me and he pat me on the back and he said, "It's okay, Dad. Try again." and then he walked away, and then I was like, "Damn you, kid," But you know, he's my guy, man. He's my guy. Sometimes you see me in chat, and I disappear for a little bit, and then um, I disappear for a little bit because I'm dealing with him. So if I do miss saying something in the chat, just know that it's not intentional. I don't ignore people unless they deserve it. Um, but
There's always going to be those
yeah.
folks. That's the part of the journey, real life and in Twitch, right? I always say it's energy. There's some people, even when I'm in mod mode, there's some people where I'm just like, I just always say Jesus saves. And Rianne and Rachie, I know that you're chuckling because you know exactly what I'm saying and who I'm saying it about. There's just some folks that just come into a chat and I don't know if they're just angry with life, but the energy that they come in with, you just really have to sit there and question, like, do you have nothing else to do with yourself but to make everybody else feel your negative energy?
It's
Yeah.
it's funny, and I said this to someone last year. I said people don't realize that even through Twitch, you can transfer energy to someone
Hmm.
um, just by typing.
Yeah.
Um, there's certain. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into that. You're not going to get me in trouble. Um,
No, it's not even about getting in trouble. It's the honesty of it, right? Like there's some times where um, I have some people who have attitude with me, and I love to call their names out, but I'm not going to be that person today. Where I go into other chats and I'm not in mod mode, and there's an expectation that I'm supposed to come in and greet everybody when I go in. When I go into somebody else's room, I need people to understand. And I think it's not even just whether I'm mod or not. When you go into somebody's room, don't always expect that I have to say hi to the 25 people or the 5 people or the whoever pings you, right? Like you want to come into the room for the same reason they're in the room. And it's just to, yeah, socialize, but enjoy the music. But some folks take attitude that you don't come in and you say hi to everybody. Or usually when I go in a room, I go in knowing that I'm gonna have to say hi to everybody. And sometimes I'm mentally just not there, again, to what's happening behind the scenes in my real life, right? When I come in, I just want to take in the vibe. I really don't have the energy to send the love that I want to send, the joy and the happiness that I know that people want to receive, because I'm in my own space and I shouldn't be penalized for it because, I didn't say hi to somebody. But yeah,
yo,
Philly, do you have to run? Thank you for being here, hun. Look forward to seeing you again.
bless up.
Tomorrow, Autism Raid, please join. Mike's socials has all of the DJs that's listed. Sorry, go ahead. I'm trying to make sure I keep plugging the raid so people show up. That's so important for me as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Thank you. Yo, bless up Philly D, man. Be safe on the road, man. That's my guy right there. I met Philly D last year on Mixcloud, and he kind of started hanging out with us, the Guardian family, and he's been a very important person in the growth of myself on Twitch. So thank you, Philly D, for everything that you do, man. I appreciate you, bro. So, what can I say about yeah, I mean, I have a saying, protect your energy at all costs, right? Protect your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. I don't think a
there
lot of people get that. I don't think people understand it,
there
because we're on Twitch, right? It's not that you automatically assume protecting your energy means it has to be in person, somebody touching you, hugging you, shaking a hand. There's a lot of people that I'll go out and I won't hug them. I'm not saying that they're a bad person, but my energy needs to be protected, and I just don't want to hug anybody. I don't want to touch anybody. I still want to be in the space. I don't necessarily want them touching me. And some people I don't follow the same logic, and that's always okay, but it doesn't mean that you should expect that everyone you see you have to touch them, right? But protecting your energy through Twitch, I think, it's a big deal, huge deal.
I'm trying to scroll up because I think Apple Blossom had a question, and I don't.
Yeah, did we miss it?
Apple Blossom, I'm sorry if
Oh,
you had a question. Oh, someone did. Okay.
Ziggy, hello, Ziggy. How do you deal with people who don't respect the needs of your child?
Um, we stand up for him. My wife had to go be mama bear a few weeks ago at the school, because they put him on the wrong bus to come home, and that was very. And he came home, he was in tears, right? Um, it was almost like the teacher did not respect, because he kept saying he told her it was the wrong bus, and it was like the teacher didn't respect or hear him.
Mm.
The teacher didn't respect that there was another student there, um, that was picking on him in the playground. So we had to call and ask for a new IEP so that everything can be on record to address the situations that were happening. Um, I'm trying not to curse, so forgive me.
Why not? Oh, I understand that your little one is there, but this channel is 18 and over, so please feel
Yeah.
free to use whatever words you're comfortable with using.
So they didn't. So they didn't respect him, and that was a rough day for the household because my wife was upset. He was upset. I was not happy. I was upset, and so we had to go up to the school. Well, first thing that morning, I showed up at the school, and I was like, what the hell? Thank you, FBAS. I appreciate you. I was like, what the hell's going
Had to
on?
post that one.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Because you know, give me the story. And they gave me a half-assed story, and then I was like, okay, I need to see the director now. And then we sat down with the director. I sat down with the director, and then I cleared the air, and then I went home. My sister-in-law showed up that day at the school, and again, it was uh, someone within the um, our circle of trust. My sister-in-law went up to the
Mhm.
school and dealt with the situation again there. She didn't feel comfortable with the answer that she was getting, so we called an IEP meeting, and we addressed the concerns in front of the school, the district director, and even the transportation director um, had to be in on the IEP. When you trigger an IEP meeting, you know heads start heads start to roll, right? So
Mhm.
there were a lot of people at that meeting that were probably like, "Why are we here?" But after we voiced our concerns, they were concerned, and changes were made. So
Well, you have to use your voice. And I think sometimes we, regardless of the situation, we feel that we are not entitled or allowed to use our voice. And it ends up hurting that, whether it's, a scenario with our kids or even our own situations,
yeah,
in the workplace or anywhere, right? We have to use our voice. There's a way to do it that can get the message across. And sometimes it's not always pleasant.
yeah. Thanks, Apple Blossom. I appreciate you. It's important for parents to be advocates for their kids.
Yeah.
Um, whether your child needs special love, or your child is doesn't need as much special love as like my kid do. Um, be an advocate in
Yeah.
everything. Um, these people, these educators, they will not love your kid as much as you do. They don't know your kid as much as you do. I am not saying they don't love your kid. I'm saying they don't love your kid as much as you do. So be an advocate for your kid.
Yeah. And some schools, sorry, Schmoke One. If I said that wrong, my bad. I don't mean to butcher a name. I'm used to typing them, not saying them out loud. Welcome in, fam. I believe is a part of the Guardian family. Is that correct?
Yeah, smoke. That's Nina. Bless up, Nina.
Hello, hello, hello.
That's
I think that's yeah, we have to protect our kids. There's somewhere I was gonna go with that, but I'm gonna be a good person today and not go there. But yeah,
okay.
to your point, Rihanna and Ziggy, like you don't give up on your child. You don't, like it, and it doesn't matter how old your child gets. You just don't.
Look, at the end of the day, I want my kid to be a better version of me. Hey, be quiet, man. Hey. So don't, be an advocate for your kid. Um, uh, if your kid needs special love and there's a diagnosis behind it, look, again, I said it before, I'll say it again. The diagnosis is there to protect your child. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's there to protect your child. Do not, do not, do not, do not, do not. If do not shy away from the diagnosis, right? And yes, it's easy for me to say that now because I'm on the other side of healing mentally and spiritually of the diagnosis, right? And I know it's hard when you first get the diagnosis. Trust me, I know. But um, it is there to protect you. Stand up for your kid. Like Olak said, don't back down. Um,
Yeah.
be there for your kid.
You talked about the journey. There's questions I feel like I want to ask, and I know I'm just going to put myself in an emotional state, but I'm going to go there. So you got the first diagnosis. You had to deal with that. You talked about how you were feeling as a parent, as a father, as a spouse. But you just mentioned being on the other side of it and healing. Can you share that? Because I'm reading some of these comments, and I know that there's some folks here who have children who are autistic, or they are close with children. They're working with children. How did you get through that journey to get to the other side of it? Are you still going through that journey to get to the other side of it? Just if you can share some of that, so there's others here that can learn, whether it's them personally or someone in their circle.
Yes, I am still going through it. I am still going through the healing process. Um, there are days where I'm angry. There are days where I'm sad. But it is it is I am I am still going through healing because um there are things at the beginning. I used to sit back and be like, well, damn, so and so is not a good person. Why aren't
Mm-hmm.
they dealing with the difficulties that we are? And do not, that sounded wrong. I am not wishing anything on anyone's kids. I'm just saying
Honest.
difficulties in general. I'm saying, I'm not talking about special needs, autism, or anything on anyone's kids. I'm just saying difficulties in life. Why aren't they being having a difficult life like I'm having?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't view
but
it in a bad way at all. I think what you're saying is an honest thing, and I think we all do it, right? We're going through whatever we're going through in the job, and you know that somebody else is a total sorry asshole, and you're just like, and they're flossing through life. You're just like, what, like, why are you, the good person, struggling? Sometimes you go through the struggle for the blessing, is what I used to come to the conclusion. But I didn't get there overnight. It took me a while to understand that, right? It's not always going to be roses. But yeah.
but what I what I had to come to terms with was this. I had to come to terms with my son needed special love, and we are in a position blessed to provide that to him,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, he could have went to another family where they abused him
Yeah.
and be uh, not be a benefit to his needs, right? So the way how I look at it as he needed special love, and we were blessed to um, to provide that for him. One thing I always say, and people, some of my family members who are here have heard me say it. You wake up in the morning, you get another chance to correct the mistakes of yesterday.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, you get another chance to um
Another chance.
yeah, you give morning another chance.
Get a big someone.
Yeah, chance to be someone great, right? Remember, Daddy says that all the time. You get a chance to be someone great.
Should there be someone?
Yes.
Exactly.
You'll be
I just want to ask a question
you
here while Johnny's talking.
go try hard.
Yes, you try
You
hard.
try hard,
Try hard,
exactly.
you two guys.
Yes.
Look at him
Sorry.
giving us motivation. There's no apologies. I just want to ask this question before I move the because I think there's some other comments here I want to pin. Ziggy Ziggy is asking, did they ask about your family history? Because it's very common that more than one person has autism in your family. Do you know anybody else in your family or in your wife's family that is autistic?
No,
What chips?
no. There's no one. There's no one else in the family that has it,
Interesting.
which was scary for us because we did not want. You want the chips? You want chips? Wait, wait. I'm sorry. 1 second.
No, please
I
do not
gotta take him
apologize.
upstairs just for 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. So as we're waiting for Mike to come back, I'm just going to put his flyer up on again. And mods, thank you. You guys are awesome. Rockstar awesome. You keep pinning the commentary there. Tasha P, I see you. Um, yeah, Relaxed Mood VI 1980. Yeah, I've already taken a couple of jabs at him on the 17,000 names that he's been through. I'm just going to put up the flyer again. Mods, if you can put up the command for the brain fart right about now for the link for the donation. I'm really asking that if we can contribute to that link. Tomorrow the raid starts at 8 a.m. I believe it's 8 a.m. Eastern. That's a long raid. I don't know. I'll be in and out of it just because I know, we got work that we got to do. But if anybody can show up, if you can't show up, if you can click on the link that FBOZ and Apple Blossom are dropping, !AA, you can do that yourself as well. Click on the link and donate. I'm just scrolling to see if I've missed. Lady Spice, hello, welcome in, hun. Miss Lee 80, hello, my sis. To be better than yesterday, yeah. Isn't that it? I always say it, you wake up in the morning, I woke up, I'm blessed. The day can still go in a very, different directions, but at the end of the day, you woke up blessed. It's the chance to do it again and do it better. Schmoke, yeah, he has a motivational vocabulary. The mouth of babes, right? Scrolling comments. If I'm missing any comments, I apologize. D Wills, I see you. Olax, I see you. Rianne, Rachie, my mod sisters. Get it back, Geeky. Hopefully you landed at your destination safely, honey, and you're not still driving and typing. I got my eyes on you. FBAZ, Apple Blossom. I think the King mods have fallen asleep. Team Shellings and DJ Smiles. Roxanne. I mean, even in this chat, I'm learning so much about so many of you that I didn't know. It's your personal lives, right? And the fact that you feel comfortable to share that in this space, it's humbling. I know it's a word I probably am not supposed to use because I picked on somebody about using that last week, but I'm saying it anyways. Yeah, I think it's important that we remember as a community that we're all going through what we're going through. I just have your flyer up, Mike. And the sharing, I think, those of us who have real life conversations, some of you I talk to on a regular basis, and some of you I talk to only in chat. But the fact that you are comfortable with sharing your life and what you're going through here, again, appreciate it. I think it's a beautiful experience. Okay, we stopped sharing. Put us back on the screen.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that, people.
I'm glad you're home, Gigi. Okay, so we talked about the raid.
Yes.
We talked about your journey to Twitch. We talked about your 17,599 names that you've been through.
Oh God, are we still on that topic again?
Oh, we're always going to be on that topic. Anytime, anywhere. I want to flip it to the Born from Music raid. You and I had some conversations about that. So last week, we had the conversation with DJ Smiles and Doc C. And they are the co-conspirators of how Born from Music came to be. I reached out to you with the conversation. I'd like you to share your thoughts and what you're comfortable with sharing. And I'm smiling over here because I'm just remembering some of our dialogue. You're going to be on the second one that's coming up, but
yes.
Do you want to share about that a little bit? Because Born from Music is something I think that's all of our relationships. We are all born from music, how we are all here today. So passing the mic over to you, Mike.
So I heard what Dr. C and Smile said last week about their thoughts process about when they heard the term Born from Music. and what their thought process was, music that they grew up on, that sort of thing, right? My thought process was a little different than theirs.
He's
My,
returned.
yeah, he has returned. Um, hey, stop, stop. My thought process was a little different. My thought process was something different, something that I don't normally play. When people see my channel, they normally see reggae music or dance hall or
Hmm.
some type of beat type thing, right? Um, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to play some R&B, some slow jam, some jazz, some smooth music, because that represented my personality, right? Um, um, so I wanted to step outside the box. Now I've done it before, but not too many people on Twitch have heard me play that type of style of music, and so I wanted to step out the box and do that. That type of music. When I heard the term "born for music," I wanted to play music that birthed a part of my passion for music, right? So that's the reason why I went that route in playing that
That is
style of
beautiful. I
music
love that. That was good.
versus playing the music I grew up on.
And I think all of us have a different experience with it, right? So I know you and I talked, and you mentioned, your thought process. Um, I did my little stint before we raided into you, terrified when I turned on my camera, didn't know what was going to happen. And then we raided into you, and there's a delay when I raid over. So
Mhm.
I might have missed a part of the first song, or maybe even the first or second song. But by the time I got over to you, I literally was at ease. Like, you took me exactly where I needed to start my day, especially after going through an overwhelming experience of actually physically turning on and being live on Twitch on a camera and on a mic. To have you turn on and go in a direction that is not necessarily what you want to play or what you would normally play, you did it flawlessly. Like, just, and I, you know what, big up all of the DJs that participated in the first one, the one that's coming in the second one, you're starting the second one, but you really set the tone for the day. And I know a lot of people made commentary about your stream, and it wasn't heavy talking. You just kind of eased us into the journey, and we just kind of flowed all the way through. And that's something I like. Yeah, yeah, awesome. Like, I can't even
So,
thank you enough for it.
one thing about me is I love doing early warm. I love being the first DJ. I feel free, and I want to set the tone for the other DJs that are coming on the raid, right?
Mhm.
Um, I couldn't. I My original plan during the thought process for the autism awareness raid was I was going to start the raid
Mm.
and then get everyone else um, in after me, right? The problem with that is I had so many DJs on the list, and at that time of the morning, I am getting my son up, getting his
Yeah.
breakfast ready, and taking him to school, and then coming back home. And then I may or may not have a meeting for work. So, and then I was also trying to find DJs to fill in for those times in the morning, right? Um, this list of DJs, um, and there are a few more that I really wanted to get on there.
I don't know about you guys right now, but I like, don't even apologize, Mike. I am loving watching the interaction with you and your son. Like, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna like toughen it up and not gonna
Yeah,
cry.
yeah.
But it's
Don't
just
cry.
beautiful to watch. I know if I
Don't
start, you
cry.
start, and then everybody's crying. Yeah, yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
don't cry. Um, so um,
But you're in the middle of your own stream, which is different from what you like to do, right?
yes, it is. It is different than what I would like to do. I like to be at the beginning of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, um, it's a different. So I will say this. I will say this. Playing with the Twitch DJs and not playing with my sound is completely different, right? So with Blair, when I'm playing with my sound with Blair, I feed off of Blair's energy,
Mm,
right? Um, I feed off of Ty's energy, and I feed off of Geo's energy, right? So with my sound, you can interchange us to one starting before the other. On Sundays, when the Sunday streams, I love playing. I love when Blair starts the Sunday stream and I play after Blair because I feel a different energy when Blair plays first.
mm, mm.
Um, um, but when I play with other Twitch DJs, I want to be the first one. I feel free when I do that. Um, I feel um, that I'm not stepping on anyone's toes when I play first, right? Um, I never, I never want to step on anyone's toes, especially another DJ that I don't. I never want to step on anyone's toes, whether it's a DJ, whether it's a person, a mod, or whatever, right? I don't. But I
What do you mean
love.
by stepping on toes? Yeah, I'm poking the bear a little bit there. I'm going to go there. Like, what's your definition on why you feel that what you could be doing would be stepping on somebody's toes? You're coming in to play the music that you feel is something that you want to play to the audience that's there to hear it.
I don't know. So I've seen, I've seen, I've seen.
I'm not even apologizing for my question and my commentary.
I know, I know. So I've seen videos of chat rooms, right? I've seen different documentaries and Twitch forums between people talking on Twitch, and I've heard the DJs talk about um, if you're the first DJ, you can't play certain songs, because no one's coming to see you, Otis, type thing, right? And
Ah,
and it's not a in-person thing; it's a Twitch thing. I
mm.
I've personally sat back and seen people do that on Twitch.
But we need to change that behavior, right?
Uh,
Like Twitch is, I
when,
don't think,
when
I know it's not something we can do overnight. It's not something that's ever going to change. Like we're going to be real about it. But at the end of the day, when you think about it, any DJ, streamer, whatever we're doing on here, um, we should
I've
be able to do so freely and not be judged or expected to go in a certain direction or to play or not play something. Mods, please take care of that before I go into mod mode. That would be awesome. Um, Thank you.
no
Um,
so there's I've seen it.
yeah,
I've
there's
seen
a
it.
lane for everyone. Yeah.
I've seen the commentary on Twitch. I've seen the commentary on Instagram between DJs. Um, um, there are people who actually are in it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They want to play the newest uh, and the baddest songs out there. They don't want to play, So I love the in I love playing songs that people don't play. I love playing songs that so starting out Your Born for Music raid gives me an opportunity to explore songs that many DJs don't play on stream.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Um,
whole rate is that's the purpose, right? There's some DJs that are so comfortable in, I said it last week and I'll continue to say it every stream, right? Twisty, welcome in. We get so comfortable of playing it safe, regardless of whether it's about numbers, right? The
right.
community comes in and they're expecting you, a DJ, to be playing a certain type of music. And if you play outside of that, people don't, they're uncomfortable with change. I just need to pause. DJ Pano Vibe, you were here last week and you had some words, and I want to call you out right now. I was in your stream the other day and it was badass awesome. And you did not have 70 something people in your stream. Your stream was badass awesome, and I will be there again. I'm saying that out loud because I want you to hear that. You remember what you said last week? Your stream was a good stream. I just want to make sure that you're hearing me say that from my words to you on a mic. But yeah, back to what I was saying, right? Some of the DJs, they get so comfortable with playing from certain crates. They don't want to step out of the box.
Right.
And my rate is exactly for that. And I say it's our rate, right? Like step out of the comfort zone, play something that you normally wouldn't play during whatever time your set would be. Because I want others to, there's so much music out there. How do we want to hear the same music every single stream, right? Like it's just,
Yeah.
Rant over. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. The Twitch politics sometimes is sickening. And you know, I sit back and I silent listen in a lot of rooms. And I hear a lot of the DJs say stuff on the mic that if I could stream without saying a word on my stream, I would be in heaven. So tomorrow is going to be really heaven for me.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's your sweet spot, right?
But I know I have to show Panel Vibe, big up, man. So Panel Vibe is from the Virgin Islands as well too, and I silent listen to a lot of his streams.
He did a pop-up. So yeah, so sorry. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take the break to continue.
No,
so you made a comment in regards to, you know, what makes a good channel. And we're talking about numbers. And I was trying not to make it about numbers, simply more hi. Welcome in, sweetheart. You did a pop-up the next day and I jumped into your channel and I was there lurking. Yeah, I use that word for a good minute or two. And I love the vibe and I love the energy. You started to do some body roll, belly roll, tings, and you're dropping some music. And, you know, I pinged one and two other folks and said, like, yo, I'm really enjoying the vibe. And then you even called out some of what was said in the stream between myself, Doxy, and Smiles in that chat the day before. And I appreciate that because it's nice to know that you pushed the envelope and you just started playing some music and it was a pop-up. And I don't remember how many people in your room because I wasn't paying attention to that, but I made sure that I really wanted to make sure I commented that I appreciated it and that I was there for the entire stream. So again, I know the mods already done it. So shout out to DJ Pano Vibes. I really appreciate you. Ty Guardian, I know you're here. F-Boz, you stream. Simply Moi is a streamer. There's other folks that are streamers that I'm probably missing and I'm not calling out, and I apologize, not intentionally missing anybody. But I know that I always get into a rant and conversations outside of stream in regards to numbers. People have this misconception that your channel is a good channel if you have X amount of people in it. And I don't think that's an honest way to look at it, because if you have 10 people that show up to your stream every stream, those 10 people are loyal to you. And those 10 people are more valuable to you than the other 100 people that could potentially show up that just want to be there because other people are there, right? And I think it's important that we continue to support streamers, regardless of the size of their chat or their channel, if they're a quality streamer, if they're a quality DJ, if there's something that you can do to support them, whether you're spreading their name out there to the rest of your community, or if you're just sitting there in the background while you're doing your job or whatever. I think it's really important that the numbers shouldn't matter. The bits and subs shouldn't matter. The fact that one person is in your chat along with you, even if that one person is your mod, because people start out from like nothing, right? Appreciate the fact that you're getting someone's time and someone's energy. And Pano Vibe, I'm not trying to call you out. I really like that you provoked the conversation, because that's a conversation I have with DJs all the time about numbers.
Right.
And I will always say it cannot be about the numbers. Cannot. Right. DJ Scorpion, welcome in. Team Shellings. Oh, King Mod is still here doing his job. Look at that. That's awesome. Thank you, Team Shellings, for doing your job.
I want to big up the people in the UK that are here.
Yeah.
Still.
Good morning.
Good morning, UK folks. How y'all doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again now that he's in the room.
Scorpion, yes. You
raid,
missed a shout out earlier, Scorpion.
This raid would not have happened if it wasn't for DJ Scorpion's idea. So bless up DJ Scorpion, and thank you for pushing me into this this raid, because I was going to do it by myself again this time, but DJ Scorpion was like, no, you got to do a raid. Thank you to DJ Smiles. Thank you to Dr. C, Wadi Killer. Thank you to Selected Jinx, DJ Star Q, DJ Ty, DJ Blair, DJ Ron C, and DJ Miss Vegas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this initiative.
Yeah. Look at all the UK folks showing out because they're still up. They're 5 hours ahead of us. They want to show off with their good mornings. Good morning to my UK family. Love you all. I'm really happy that you're all still here with us. DJ Gritty, I see you, beautiful. DJ Scorpion, I already hailed you up. Teddy, DJ Teddy Stream, good morning as well to you. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but yeah, yeah. And
So
I think Scorpion is gonna shy away from what you're saying to him and just
no,
ignore
but
him, and he
but
should just take
honestly,
the take
but
the
but
take the accolades either
but
way, right?
but honestly, I said in my stream, I was like, hey guys, be on the lookout for our autism stream. I'm gonna do it on a Sunday. And DJ Scorpion was the one who said, why don't you do a raid? And that kind of stuck with me. So I know it's a team effort. Um, um, but it was DJ Scorpion. I'm gonna give you your props, man. I'm gonna give you your props. I know you're
Scorpion, just blush. It's okay. We
I know
won't
you
we won't think less of you. Blush. Just
I
say
know
thank you.
I know
You're
you're a humble
welcome.
guy. You're like me. But for real, it was your idea, man. And um, so I'm gonna give you your props. I'm gonna give you your kudos, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you, bro. Um, thank you to all the DJs and all their mods um for helping out with this. So I'm gonna tell you where the money is going, right? I know someone's probably thinking, where's the money going? So the person that was in charge of my son's case, oops, sorry. Uh, okay,
Hold
there
on.
we go. All right. So the person that was the lady that was in charge of my son's case for the last year, she has branched off and started her own company. She's filling a necessary gap. The services that she provides are going in the home and um, being an advocate for the kid and the parents, learning about the kid, providing resources, whether it's training or suggesting therapy that they need. Right? She's in the process of getting certified with insurance companies so that insurance companies can pay her and not the families paying out of pocket. Now, with that being said, um, she also goes into the schools, right? Because when you do an IEP, um, when parents do an IEP, they sit down with the school specialist, right? Someone who works for the school board, someone who works for the school, and sometimes the person for the school is not always looking in the best interest of your child, right? So
Mm.
what she does is she goes into the school and she's on the parent side, she's on the kid's side, suggesting treatment plans for the kid. Hey, hush. So, she's on the parent side. So, because she's not certified with insurance companies, um, because she's not certified with insurance companies, parents have to pay for this service out of pocket. So, initially, I set the goal for $500 to provide the services for 5 families. So, in addition to if we go over the $500 mark, that will support 5 families. Every additional $100 will support an additional family. So
Mm.
um, we will be helping families out tomorrow. So look, I
How long is the
am.
link open for, if you don't mind me asking?
The link is open now. I was gonna close it tomorrow. So what I personally did was, so another thing too, I am not asking the DJs to give up their bits and subs tomorrow. What I'm asking DJs to do is put the link in their chat, right?
Hmm.
I don't watch other people's pockets. I don't watch their money. I don't care about none of that stuff, right? I don't want to watch. I said just play music, drop the links, and if people donate, great. If people don't, great, right? So I want to make it clear. I am not asking the DJs to give up their bits and subs. Let's just make that clear, right?
Everyone has their own personal choice, but
Everyone has
everybody supporting by dropping the link is a huge contribution, regardless of who contributes. The link is out there for people to see it. Yeah.
correct. Now, what I'm doing personally
Uh-huh.
is from last Sunday, I did my stream on Sunday. I'm giving every bit and sub towards that. I did that stream on Monday. I'm giving every bit and sub to that. My stream tomorrow, every bit and sub is going to that. I have a stream. Um, I'm
Friday.
doing a, I'm doing a stream on Friday for Mrs. Ron C,
Mm-hmm.
and I am giving every bit and sub that I get from that to autism awareness. And then Sunday again, when I stream, I'm giving a bit and sub to everything. Every bit and sub that I get during those streams, I am putting that into the bucket as well.
That's dope. Yeah, I think that is dope. It's a beautiful thing.
So for the next, so again, I started on Sunday. Um, I don't know how long I'll keep the link open. I guess if people, I don't know. You know what? Let's go to the end of the month. I will keep the link open till the end of the month. How about that?
That's beautiful. Yeah, it is Awareness Month, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, um, so the link will be open till the end of the month. And then, whatever we get, whatever we collect, 100% will go to um, this company that this young lady has started that will help families get the support they need.
Yeah, and I agree with Scarpion. It is better to use the link. Not saying you can't still contribute if you want to contribute via a bit and a sub,
Yeah.
but I think going direct with the link just makes it so much easier. Yeah, and leave the prompt in your chat exactly.
So
Um,
I want to shout out to everyone who shared the post on their IG. I want to shout out to everyone who thank you DH lady. I appreciate that. Thank you Apple Blossom. So I must tell you something about Apple Blossom. So last week I sent her a message and I said, "Hey, um do you want info? I'm just trying to make the mods better." And Apple Blossom, I can just feel the energy from her through the message. She was like, "Yes, please, please let me know how I can help." So I want to shout out Apple Blossom. I want to shout out everyone behind the scenes. Um, if the DJs, I send out information to all the DJs. If the DJs want to share in their streams, I'm grateful. If you share it in your IG stories, if you share it in your IG, please tag me DJ Mighty Mike 23, um, and so I can tell you thanks, right?
yeah,
I'm not a millionaire. I don't have money. Just I don't swim in money like some
you
people
swim in
do.
love, my friend.
Um, but I just want to thank you, DJ Gritty. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
DJ Gritty, go to any of our pages. So either DJ Mighty Mike's, as he's mentioned, or even mine. The flyer, the link is there. I think I posted a link earlier. And then also, let's make it easier. Thank you, FBOS. The link is also there. So please feel free. Anybody can do !AA, and the chat is there. And sorry, the link to do a donation is there.
All right,
Those who
so
want to keep it and go forward.
I have 5 minutes, and then my son is going to turn into a gremlin. So, um,
You got 4, and I'm about to turn into a gremlin because my stomach is having some conversations on its own. While we're going to get ready to wrap this up soon, does anybody have any last questions? And my beautiful mods, can you confirm if Spotlight Sound is actually live? I would like to send over our community to join his in celebration of his purple check mark that he has just been given.
yeah, I see them on. They're on.
They are on? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to do two more plugs. So tomorrow at 8 a.m., starting at 8 a.m., the Autism Awareness Raid. It's hosted by DJ Mike Guardian. There is a slew of DJs. You can see the flyer on the screen. If you go to any of these DJs' socials, you will see it there. Most of all of our socials has it posted somewhere. !AA, you can see the link to do a sponsorship, to do a donation. That will be open for the rest of the month per Mighty Mike's mentioned just now. Any other questions, please do #ask before we close this chat. And then I'm going to do one more because it just makes sense with this audience. I was going to do two more, but I'll save the other one for another day. Next week, Wednesday, those of you who are here today, you will see that Mighty Mike will be starting off the second edition of the Born for Music Raid. If you can all please join in the journey of music. There's a host of DJs, some that were in it last year, some that were in it last month, some new faces along the way. It's again, beautiful experience. I can't wait for this to happen every month and continue to introduce DJs to the mix. Next month is going to be a special one. Can't tell you guys that just yet. But next week, if you can join in, and tomorrow, if you can join in. And I believe Mighty Mike mentioned that he is going to be playing on Friday as well. So if you turn on your Twitch notifications, because sometimes they're unreliable. But yeah, watch our socials and please join in and socialize amongst the community.
So I want to give a special shout out to my good friend Wati Killer. He made the flyer and he made the scene that we're using for the raid tomorrow. Shout out to Wati, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
While you're doing that, is Doc C still in the chat or has he dozed off? Doc C. So everything that happens on my page, all of the promotional stuff that you are seeing, the flyer that I just put up on the page, all of my in conversations, that is all courtesy of Dr. C, the Mad People DJ who takes his medications occasionally. I also want to make sure I'm giving him a shout out. The Newborn from Music emote that is on the page, the animated one is from DJ Ibe. Definitely want to also shout him out. Again, our community has so much talent. I think we really need to utilize the skills of our own community so much more. And Watikila, yeah, you have some pretty interesting skills. I might have to hit you up as well. But yeah, so Doc C, Watikila, Ibe for my emote. Thank you. Johnny, does he have some words that he wants to share with us?
You want to share some words? You want to share some words?
No.
Encouragement?
No.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
That's it? That's all? He wants to go back to his schedule right about now.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that said, I don't want to extremely long out the thing. I know that we've been here. I just want to take a moment, and I'm going to try not to do this. DJ Mighty Mike, from my soul, I genuinely want to say thank you for being comfortable to use this platform to share your story and to be a part of the conversation with me, talking about autism, talking about your life, talking about your journey, and with the other X amount of people that are in here, not paying attention to the numbers. But everybody who's been here from the start, you popped in late, apologizing for popping late. You're here, you're not late. You showed up on time when you showed up. Again, if everybody could just continue to send love and blessings. But Mike, you and I talk, you already know how I feel. And I actually am surprised that I've held up, but I'm feeling the tears coming. So we're going to have to really wrap this up soon. You are a genuine person that I will forever say that I am grateful and blessed to have in my circle. Some people come and some people go. I'd like to know that you're in my circle for a lifetime. I genuinely love you.
Will you help me?
What you need?
And I want to kidnap your son. Yeah, I just said that too. I'll take a couple of hours. Yeah.
So thank you to everyone that supported today. Huge shout out to my guardian family. You guys are always in my heart. You know who you are. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so let's wrap this up so he doesn't get the full gremlin effect on the screen.
Bye bye. I fight.
Hey, don't say that.
To the mod squad, Team Shellings, Apple Blossom, F-Boz, DJ Smiles, again, also from the soul, thank you. I know that you guys are taking your time. Good morning. Thank you. Good evening. Everybody who's been here from the UK, around the world, thank you. You could be anywhere and you're choosing to be here with me and this crew and chat, and I appreciate you all. I appreciate your time, I appreciate your love, and I appreciate your energy. Can somebody, whoever's more skilled than me, please activate the raid to send us over to Spotlight Sound so we can go make some noise over there. Again, thank you, everybody. Next week, We will see you on Born for Music. Tomorrow we will see you on the Autism Raid. And thank you. Thank you. Please copy the raid chat, that the raid link that the mods are dropping. Yes. What would Jean-Luc Picard say, DJ Scarpion? Engage? Yeah, is that what that's a Star Trek reference? Yeah, did I get that right? Bye, Johnny. Nope, he's not interested. That's okay. Bye.